and I'd say the majority of darts fans, generally see Michael van Gerwen as a respectful player and a gracious loser. But to have the crazy amount of success he's had in his career so far, you clearly have to believe you're the best player in the world on your day and have a bit of a ruthless streak. Hello and welcome back to the Darts World channel. In today's video, we're going to take a look at a very disrespectful moment from Van Gerwen, which was meant to be kept in private, but was exposed. And this all went down during the second most prestigious darts event on the calendar, the World Matchplay. After going out in the Matchplay quarters in 2012 and semis in 2013, Michael made it to the Blackpool final in 2014, where standing in his way was Phil Taylor, who despite being the number 2 seed behind MVG, was the slight favourite with bookies. While the odds got the winner right, it wasn't close at all, with the Power beating Mighty Mike 18-9 to win a record-extending 15th World Matchplay title. Following the game, the players were very respectful towards each other, but Michael was clearly disappointed with his performance in his first Blackpool final despite averaging 101, and began to cry before and during his onstage interview. Fun fact, it was that moment that gave birth to the profile pic of darts Twitter legend Josh Pearson. Fast forward a year, and Michael made up for it, reaching the final again, where he beat James Wade 18-12 to win his first matchplay title, and in doing so, overtake Wade as the player with the second most PDC major titles. Michael was then overcome with emotion in the other way, as he was delighted to win the sport's second biggest title. Then another year on in the Blackpool final, Michael became the first player since Rod Harrington in 1999 to defend their first matchplay title, and he did it by avenging his heavy 2014 loss to Phil, beating the Power 18-10. That time around though, there wasn't as much emotion as well. Winning had become so common for Michael, as since the 2015 event, he won 5 of the 7 ranked majors, reaching the final of all but the World Championships. Obviously a big disappointment, as the biggest event of the year actually turned out to be the only title he didn't win in 2016. But he made up for that at the start of 2017, hitting the highest average in PDC World Championship history, 114.05, in his semi-final win against Raymond van Barneveld, a record which still stands to this day. He then managed to win the Worlds for a second time, comfortably beating the defending back-to-back champ Gary Anderson, meaning that he remarkably held all 7 ranked PDC major titles at once. However, he was then unable to keep that run going, as he couldn't defend the UK Open in 2017 due to a back injury. It was Peter Wright who won that event, picking up his first major title in his 6th final, having lost to Michael in the first 5. But then in the build-up to the match play, away from the ranked majors, Michael beat Peter 11-10 after Wright agonisingly collapsed in the Premier League final and was a part of the Dutch duo who won the World Cup. That meant that he was back in the winning rhythm heading to Blackpool, and he began his hunt for a 3rd consecutive matchplay title with a comfortable 10-4 win over Stephen Bunting. He then followed that up with another easy win, this time 11-3 against Simon Whitlock, whose average fell 6 points from his round 1 tie to 91. In his press conference, MVG said that it was too easy, as he didn't even play 100% of his game and it was comfortable. That's fair to say after a game, but when it came out in the Dutch media that backstage during an ad break in the game at 8-2, Michael texted his good friend and fellow pro Vincent van der Voort saying bye bye Whitlock on WhatsApp, that was much more controversial. This came out as Vincent, a former matchplay quarter-finalist who had not made it to the event that year, was a pundit on Dutch TV for the game and revealed the message during the broadcast. The story initially didn't gain any real traction in the media, as it was only on some Dutch sites, but it would cause a big drama a few days later. Michael's quarter-final opponent was Phil Taylor, who was in his final year in the PDC and the number 8 seed due to his falling ranking, and was available at odds of 5.0 with bookmakers. But with the crowd on Phil's side, he performed excellently, averaging 101, the same as MVG, but taking more chances to secure a dominant 16-6 win. He then spoke about the text incident in his onstage interview, which exposed it to a much bigger audience.
He didn't text Vincent van der Voort tonight, did he? It's ridiculous. I mean, during time the Whitlock's match, He's 8-2 up and texts he's been man's to vote. Simon Whitlock's out. I mean, what's he doing? I mean, come on. He's a professional. He's world number one. He's world champion. Grow up. That's what I'm saying.
Did that spur you on at all? Did that get in your head? Did it spur you on at all, that anger?
Anger? No, I'm not angry at him. I think he's just stupid for doing that. I'll be honest with you, I'm going to tell him anyway, so...
He also spoke about it in his backstage press conference.
Cried his eyes out. Yesterday he was texting his mate in Holland saying, this fella's rubbish and I'm going to smack him. No, don't do that. Do it when you won the tournament. That's all I'm saying. Don't be disrespectful. Simon Whitlock is one hell of a player. Don't be disrespectful. You got what you deserved, in my opinion. Whether he likes it or whether he doesn't. You don't do that. I mean, I've played darts now, professional, for going on for 30 years. I've never known anything like it. Never. I see young kids playing up there, hitting 180s and looking miserable. Smile, entertain, do what you do, but otherwise people are going to switch off.
Phil went on to perform brilliantly again and beat Adrian Lewis and Peter Wright, picking up his 16th World Matchplay title in his final Blackpool appearance, a great moment. Taylor then played MVG again in the group stages of the very next major, the now defunct Champions League, and he beat him again by a scoreline of 10-9, which sealed Michael's early exit from the event. In his interview, Taylor continued the war of words with MVG, saying the following: "I can play better than that, of course I can, and Michael can. I just played Michael's game. He's a wind-up and so am I. I've just given him back what he normally gives. He gives it large when he goes in front, so I thought give it him large when I win a leg, and that's what I did. He's the world number one and world champion. It just shows everybody that I can still play the game." He also added this: "When he came off, he had a go at Bob Glenn, who is Phil's manager, and said I kept moving his stuff and I was disrespectful. He's talking a load of rubbish, to be honest with you. I don't touch his stuff and I don't even know what he's on about. What stuff? His darts case? No idea, but who cares? He's the best winner in the world, he is, but when he loses, he's the biggest mardass to have ever drew breath, and I'll tell him when I go upstairs. Trust me." Now, that text incident should have been kept private, and it was only exposed by Van der Voort, but there have been times where Michael has been seen as disrespectful in public. For example, at the recent Poland Masters, when he called his opponent, tour card holder Pero Lubitsch, a pub player. Also back in 2022, after a fiery clash with Jules van Dongen, he said that Jules didn't have 20% of the talent he has. He also called his 2020 World Championship quarter-final win against Darius Labanauskas boring, as he basically couldn't lose. This was even though the game was relatively close in the early stages, and the boredom led Michael to go for a 1-4-1 when on 4-4-4 when Darius was on a 9-darter. Now, I want you to let me know what you think about the texting incident in the comment section down below. Obviously it probably should have been kept private, but was it just wrong to send? And if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, as currently just 15% of my viewers are, and it would really help out. You can also hit the bell icon if you want to get notified whenever I upload a brand new darts video. Please also leave a like if you learned something new today, and if there's any videos you want me to make next, let me know down below. Thanks for watching.